So I have my notes here because, as most of my family knows, I'm the emotional one in the family. So for those of you who don't know me, I'm Katie. I'm Jamie's stepmom. And I would just like to begin by saying how truly blessed we all feel to be here tonight to celebrate Jaime and Suke. When Jamie's dad and I married 26 years ago, I was so fortunate to gain Jaime and her sister Gwyneth as my daughters. And then a few years later came along Thomas and David. And in our time together as a family, life has taken us on many different journeys. Some amazing, some challenging, some happy, and some sad. Through it all, we have remained a family and have strived to love each other unconditionally, never losing sight of what is truly important. So, as you begin your life together, Jaime and Suke, Dad and I would like to remind you to journey through life with great love in your hearts and a sense of adventure, keeping your relationship and family first at the center of it all. Oh, and Suke, it might help if you let your father-in-law pay for dinner every once in a while. So we'd just like to end by saying we love you. We love you both with all of our hearts. And we hope that you and Suke are as happy as Dad and I are in our life together. So congratulations. We love you.
Good job, good job. All right, we need Kreia.
Hi, everyone. Yo, okay. Good evening. I'm Kreia. I am Jamie's maid of honor today, and her best friend we met in nursing school many years ago. And today I have the incredible honor of being her maid of honor and being a part of this beautiful wedding and this marriage to this incredible guy. So I've known Jaime for a few years now, and in that time I have had the privilege of witnessing her journey through so many phases of life. From late nights in the library where we laughed at our own spelling mistakes and celebratory drinks at Wonderland to just ranting about our days on the phone. Life would have been very less colorful without you, and as you know, I'm a black and white girl. It's been a true honor to watch you grow into the remarkable woman you are today. You've always been generous, motivated, and caring, and those qualities have only deepened since you met Suke. Suke, I will never forget my first impression of you, gifting me a book about keeping fish alive before even meeting me. I thought that was a very bold and sassy move. I can tell you don't remember it, but I do. It happened. But it was admirable. But when I finally met you, I was put at ease because I saw the way you loved and respected Jaime. And it is everything she deserves. And I am so very happy for the both of you for making it to this day and much further after this. I have no doubt that the two of you will be incredible partners for each other and bring out the best in one another. I wish you both a lifetime filled with happiness, laughter, growth, and maybe some extra fish sitting offers, you know. I didn't read the book, by the way. I love you both. Happy wedding.
I love you.
Cheers.
All right, we need Jesse up here. hold it as close to your face as you can.
Thank you. Hello. So, Suke, it's been 10 years, I think, since we've met, right? Now, more recently, I did have the pleasure of meeting Jaime this year at an unforgettable reunion in DC. Thank you so much for joining us. Suke, I've known much longer, though. I believe we met possibly the first week of medical school in an auditorium of nervous strangers, right? Intimidated by the arduous undertaking that we were beginning. And in characteristic friendly Suke fashion, he introduced himself to me. He came across as a cool, calm, collected, stylish dude from California and proceeded to casually toss out an outrageously inappropriate joke for a future doctor meeting a colleague for the first time. And I can't repeat the joke in this setting, but ask me later after a few more drinks. I remember thinking, I think we're going to be friends, and I was quite right. Suke, thank you for your friendship. You helped me out a lot in medical school, those years being some of the fondest, I think, of all of our lives, right? Over at Table 4, the Punk Dunk crew, right? But without you, it would not have been that way, without your friendship. So now, thankfully, you found someone so much more fun than you. Jaime is going to keep you balanced, and now I'm not worried that you're going to become some grumpy old man. So, and also with Jamie's cool style, she can encourage you to finally get those tattoos that you've been talking about. So, y'all need to match now because you're married. This is for real. Get those tattoos. We've been talking about them for a while. Suke, I remember ever since you bravely rescued your beloved pet cat, Mr. Kittles. Yeah, it was only natural for you to collect your menagerie of animal friends, and I'm happy to see you thriving with your fuzzy family. Clearly, you and Jaime will nourish each other as well with your boundless love and compassion. Suke, I've yet to meet another person with as deep of a heart of love and loyalty for the people that you care about. So it makes perfect sense that your home would be filled with so much love, and I'm glad that you found Jaime so you can share this love with. But thank you. Thank you. Don't think I've forgotten about our big plans for medical school. And if our younger selves were here right now, I'd be making fun of you so much for your embrace of the domesticated householder life. I would probably have said something like, Suke, how are we supposed to start our famous rock band now with you glued to your precious zero-turn lawnmower? And when we start up our brewery, now we're going to need an outdoor space for all your animals that you've collected. But with the years, we've become a little more mature. I see the appeal of your lifestyle, Suke, because I see you thriving. This suits you well. Please keep it up. And don't worry, we'll find the time to balance our rock band and our brewery and all those other crazy plans we had. So Suke and Jaime, I think I speak for everyone here when I thank you for this opportunity to be a part of your special day and the start of this beautiful new chapter. Jaime, thank you for choosing Suke and helping encourage him to get this together. Yeah, and but really, y'all are building something very beautiful, and I'm excited to see it grow. So to the newlyweds, everybody, thank you.
You killed it, brother. Give me a second. All right, at this time, we need Sid.
Okay, cool.
As close as you can.
He said to hold it as close as I can. I'm trying. My name is Sajid. If you don't know me, I am the younger brother of not the bride, sorry, of the groom. I really hope you guys are having a good time. I am that annoying public speaker that makes the audience get, involved. So what I want us to do is, on the count of 3, I want everyone to think of one word that you think describes this relationship. And I want you to shout it out, okay? So at 3, so get your word. 1, 2, 3. That was awesome. That's probably the most participation I've gotten ever for that, bit. Anyways, cool. Now that I have everyone's attention, I realized that, some of you may not know me. My name is Sajit, or Sid if you find black pepper spicy. I'm the younger brother of the groom. Fun fact about me, I've known my brother my whole life. Literally the entire time I've been alive. I have the same amount of experience knowing him as I do eating, breathing, and pooping. Let that sink in a little. So I've been asked to say a couple words about the best man. As I am the best man, sorry. I'm gonna take a minute, I'm gonna talk about some of the history and stories between us, tell you guys about the single most important thing that Baji has ever taught me. I wanna start off, sorry, I'm getting choked up already. I wanna start off by talking about role models, because the older I get, the more I realize that I had some really good ones. Growing up, my dad was probably the smartest person in the room. Oftentimes, he probably still is. My mom has more empathy and emotional intelligence than Dr. Phil on prime time. And my brother was a superhero. I was a quiet kid. Didn't think that would happen. I was a quiet kid, so he did all the talking for me. He took the blame when I did stuff that would make our parents angry. He got me excited about computers and tech, which eventually became my career, my love for science and engineering. He introduced me to my first true love, basketball. Mummy, Papa, I did not talk to girls, I promise. But back on topic, yes, he introduced me to basketball. He took me to the courts at our middle school one day. He said, watch this. He dribbled the ball straight up the court, launched off one leg, rolled the ball off his fingertips, and I watched it glide through the hoop. He looked at me and he said, that's a layup. Man, I went to school the next day, hit up all my friends like, my brother invented the layup. They called me crazy. Like real hero type stuff. There was one time I was lightweight getting bullied. I had a turban in middle school. He almost started a fight with these kids because of how I hurt my feelings. I know that sounds typical older brother behavior, but let me tell you it's a big deal when he's barely pushing 50 pounds on a good day, and the kid he's about to square up with looks like Mike Tyson. Maybe he didn't look like Mike Tyson, but for a 10-year-old, it was pretty badass. When I was 7, I really struggled with English. My brother recognized that. I was in ESL. The teacher told me that, I was progressing slower than the other kids. My brother really took that to heart. He started speaking more English at home, really supported me, and got me into reading. And I think that really laid the foundation for I think that really laid the foundation for a lot of the success. Yeah. At 11, I improved my English, but my math was bad. I couldn't sit with the smart kids. And one of my big role models there was my brother. I saw this guy enter every program that merited academic excellence, and it inspired me to my core. It motivated me to push even harder. When I was 17, he stood up for me and convinced my parents to let me go to prom. Then he swore me to secrecy. Okay, I guess it won't be a secret now. I apologize. But he let an unlicensed, approval-seeking teenager, me, borrow his car and take my date to prom myself. That was reckless, that was dangerous, and shame on you, but hot damn, that was the coolest thing he's ever done. I'm always gonna love you for it. And to my mom and dad who are hearing this for the first time, it's been a long time and the statute of limitations says you can no longer be mad at me. But I digress. When I was 18, he sort of took a dump. He'd been in college for 2 years, he wasn't motivated. He had personal issues he was trying to work through, and his GPA reflected all of that. Both me and one of his other groomsmen here today, Yi, back in, right back there, we would try to talk him through it. And it just never seemed like we were getting through to him. Then on one random day, me and him are chilling in his room, and he looks back and he says, I'm gonna have a 4.0 GPA every single semester for the next 2.5 years, and then I'm gonna become a doctor and help people. And then he fucking did it. Earlier I said I was gonna tell you about the single most important thing he ever taught me. My brother taught me how to be great. So if there's one thing you take away from these words, let it be that. You might have heard of me refer to my brother as Baji, like I did earlier this speech. I want to end by explaining that a bit. My brother and I grew up, we were speaking our mother tongue, Punjabi. It's full of quirky idioms, playful banter, heartwarming expressions, and best of all, we have a lot of colorful ways to insult people. It's a really fun language. One of the harder things to get right about Punjabi, though, is that all of the different ways we have to address relationships. For example, mom and dad, that's easy, it's mummy, papa. Dad's brother is chacha, he's here today. His wife is chachi. Now, unless that brother was older than your dad, then it's taya and tai. Dad's sister is pua, her husband is fufar. But your mom's brother is mama, his wife is mummy, your mom's sister is masi, her husband and masa. Grandparents on your dad's side, dada dadi, grandparents on your mom's side, nana nani, the list goes on. To add to this, we also have this suffix of ji, and that's used when addressing someone with respect, or someone older than you. Maybe you'll say chacha ji, or masar ji. It's to add respect. When I started writing this speech, I couldn't decide how I wanted to address my brother. Was it Sukhvir, a name that my family knows him as, and literally translates, by the way, to kind, peaceful brother? Suki, a name his friends know him as, or what I've called him my entire life, Baji, which means brother. I started thinking about what that name meant for me, why I've called him it for all these years, and that's when it dawned on me. Baji is the only title that has the suffix ji built in. There's no ba. Ba is not a thing. It's only Baji. Almost as if it's a title that both demands respect, while also carrying the burden of living up to that earned respect. But that's exactly what older brothers do. They protect without precaution, they inspire without ill intent, they guide without guilt, and they sacrifice without sustainability. So thanks for living up to that name, Baji.
I just want to say one thing. I just want to thank everybody for coming. I'm really appreciative of it, for all of Suki's friends and family, for all my friends and family. For my grandma, especially, I wouldn't be the woman I am today without her. I love her more than anything. Lastly, all these beautiful flowers that are on the table, I want you guys to take them home and fill them with love and water, and just remember the day, how much fun we had, and enjoy the rest of your night. Whenever we dance, I want you to take stickers home. All the things that you see here on these tables today are for you guys to keep, okay? So we both love you. We appreciate it. We love you, Sid. You're an amazing brother.
I'm a little too emotional to talk right now, but thank you.
Now, can we let's get this party started?